Alright, let's finish tearing this thing down. I need this thing gutted today. Today is the day. Gotta rework this A-frame, I know that. I'll get into that when I'm ready. All these damn straight screws. Just go right in the trash. Blue window right here. I don't know if that's something somebody's done or what that is. Maybe that's just a filter somebody put on here. Yeah, I think that's what's going on there. We'll get into this when the time comes. Broken. I have a replacement set. I noticed the replacement set looks good, but it's a little bit more of this, I don't know, indigo blue, I'll say, instead of this kind of more powder blue. So the playfield's definitely got this powder blue look to it. So the replacement plastic set I have isn't wrong. It looks good, but it's not going to match up as well to the playfield. But then again, I got to paint a significant part of the playfield, so depending on how much of that I have to get into, I could probably make a change at least up through the middle and maybe in this circular pattern and go with that other shade of blue. I don't think I'd ever be able to get involved in whatever's going on with this hair and his shorts. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Kind of getting ahead of myself with that. That's not that important right now. All right, I got the plastics off. I got everything pretty well photographed. I kind of know where everything goes, and I'm just gonna rip this thing apart now, because I need to get my hands on that playfield. I'll probably throw most of this hardware away, but for right now, just in the interest of having a head count, I will. I hate these straight screws. I'll keep everything for now. Metal over here, plastics. Let me get a plastic cup. Well, I think I'll just set the plastics with the post with the plastics. You know, I think I'm gonna make a separate cup because I don't want to have to dig through all this later about the things I want to tumble and the things I don't. So I'm gonna make a smaller cup for the things I'm gonna tumble. I got a stand set up. Let's get this playfield out of here. Finish tearing it down. Okay, let's see here. Jet bumper stuff. To deal with there. I got a lot to deal with in here too. All right, I'm just gonna work on gutting this thing, separate the coils off of there. I'll probably just clip these leads. I'm not gonna be able to really make any markings on here like I would like, because I'm gonna probably have to sand and refinish the underside of this playfield also. So it's just one of those type of jobs. Trying to figure out what's important under here and what's not. What do I need and what don't I need? I think I'll continue on with the practice I was using of just putting the things I want to assemble in one cup and the things I want to trash in the other. Comes to the lamps, I'm probably just going to cut the leads off of them and leave them attached and leave the sockets on, get everything off, take good pictures of it. That just kind of like the lamp layout, and then I'll remove the lamps. Get in here a little bit closer and see what's going on. So I'll just cut this right off of here. You can try to make as many marks and do as much stuff as you want to, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be jumbled up and confusing. Working our way back in here. A lot to do. A whole lot to do. Okay, let's back out. All right, let's see what it's gonna take to get some of these things on plugs, maybe. Set up over here a little bit better. Okay, I think I got everything free. We're about to find out. That was a marathon of just cutting and trying to sort things, and that's nothing, because my documentation, as good as I think it probably is, it's probably not good, and I'm gonna have a lot of things to try to figure out when I put it back together. But you can only do so much on these playfields where you can't mark them, or you don't have another one. That makes things a lot harder, having to reuse a playfield because of that reason. Pictures will take you so far, but that's about it. It wouldn't be that bad if it was a Williams game or Bally game, but the color combinations on one of these Gottliebs is so ridiculous. I mean, pictures are not only going to help so much. That's all I can say. But somebody wanted it, somebody signed on for it. That means I signed on for it, and we're in it together. So here we go. There we go. That comes off. I'm gonna lay it in its normal orientation over there to the side, and we'll finish taking everything off of it. You know, it's funny because when I'm taking it apart, I know this probably sounds kind of crass, but it smells like piss when I take it apart. You can tell that's something that's pretty common with games that have been in a moist environment. They've been wet and they've dried out very slowly, or maybe they've been put in storage somewhere. So yeah, it's gonna smell like clear and paint when I'm done with it. So that's good. We got a nice new cabinet being built for it, so that'll also help. So, you know, all those things make a big difference. All right, now that you know everything you didn't want to know, let's see what's next. Well, I'll go ahead and take the flippers. I think what I'll do, I'll probably take good pictures of it here. Because basically this is where I want to start. When I go to reassemble it, this is what I want to see. I want to put it just like this before I bring that harness back on here. To a degree. I mean, some of these coils sitting around here, I don't need that, but okay, let me see. Let me go ahead and take some of these mechs off and still leave the lamps on. Stuff off of here. Pictures. Alright, that should tell me what I need to know there. We'll go ahead and take these switch actuators off, and then we'll take all the braid off. I got all that off there, all the staples are out. I'm gonna pop these wooden rails off, and then we'll take the wire guides off. I'll probably need to make some more of these. I have some made. Those to the side. Alright, besides the T-nuts, everything's off the bottom. And besides the wire guides, everything's off the top. And as predicted, once you get one of these apart, it looks pretty bad, but then once you get it apart, it's worse. So, it's going to need a lot of repainting. And probably even more after we get these wire guides off. I'm going to suit up and we'll get these wire guides off. All right, let's get these barbed wire guides out of here. Now, you're not going to get these out of here without doing any damage. It's impossible because they're barbed, so as they come out, they're gonna wanna chip. What I do is I cut something, could be something like this, saddle around it. Plastic razor blade is real good too. And what I like to do is just kind of surround it best I can. And I'm gonna double that by having this enclosed on this side and this kind of enclosed on the other side. Now, there's still that little bit of space where the plastic razor blade's above it, but at least it's something. And I just use channel lock, so I'm not even worried about marking it in some kind of way. And I don't want to take the entire side out. I want to kind of a little bit back and forth. And that way when it does come out, the issue with these is you can see the rust on the legs. So the wood has really been wet at some point and it's kind of swollen around these barbs. And now when they're coming out, they're really wanting to bring that finish with them. But you can see that came out pretty good. That out there. It's good as you're gonna get one of these out. All right, that's it. We got the playfield stripped. And the next move is gonna be to get it up there in an area where we can prep it and get it ready to clear for the first time. Just gonna probably clean it, set the inserts that need to be set, and maybe run around it with a brush and just kind of rough in some easier stuff. And then clear it, and then from there I can really work with it. It's so fragile in this state, it just doesn't take much to wipe it off. When you start seeing this kind of wear, it's just fragile. You know, it's gonna, anything you do, if you try to tape on it, if you try to sand on it, it's just gonna come off. And you know, it's right now, it wants to blow out is what it wants. But that's fine, we'll deal with it. Right, we got that. We got this wiring harness to deal with. We got this table full of stuff. We got these solenoids. I got all that stuff at the platers. We gotta get all our mech stuff together that just fell in the cabinet when we were gutting everything. We got the cabinet to gut. We've got the cabinet to scan. And we are just, we're really not even getting started yet. We're just getting started to get started.